Okay, coming to this channel, very rarely will you hear me go, hey, here's something that's bipartisan and good for the country. That doesn't happen. It usually, if it's bipartisan, it's worse for the country. You take a look at the things that normally are that bipartisan. I mean, okay, yes. Hopefully the new VA secretary is a good thing, and that was very bipartisan. But Senator Jeff Merkley, who by the way is a Democrat from Oregon, is wanting to get rid of the surveillance state. That's what this video that you are about to see talks about. Now, a little bit more context into Joseph Kennedy talking about it is he doesn't want to put an earmark on the budget that has nothing to do with the budget. He's not saying that he's against it in any way, shape, or form. That's not why he's voting no. He's voting no because he's one of those, principled individual. Ooh, now there's a surprise for Washington, who is saying that he has told people that it's bad to put amendments to the budget, and so that's why he's against the amendment. But you listen to him, you can tell that he's for getting rid of the surveillance. So let's let you listen to the video.
Howdy y'all, this is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself.
There you go. Merkley, 14.
Mr. Chairman, our government has been rapidly expanding the use of facial recognition at some 430 airports across the country. They have stated that their desire is to make it mandatory. And when you combine this inexpensive technology with a database, you now have a government bent on national surveillance and tracking of its citizens. We have seen what this has done in China. We've seen how it's facilitated the enslavement of the Uyghurs. China has sold this technology to other countries that have used it to track and oppress all the rights we hold dear, rights of assembly, rights of speech, rights of worship. We do not want to have an America where the government, Big Brother government, is tracking everybody everywhere they go. And that's why this deficit neutral reserve fund is important. Preserve the opportunity to consider legislation that prevents the government of the United States from establishing a national surveillance state.
Senator Kennedy.
Mr. Chairman, my office would be moved to Bethesda if I voted for this amendment. But this amendment...
We don't want that.
This amendment has merit. Every time you go through the line at the airport, every single time, TSA is taking your picture. They are collecting that biometric data. And we don't know what they're doing with it. We know they say they're destroying all of it, except when they really, really, really need it for something else. And it's at some point, in my judgment, I think Senator Merkley is absolutely right. We have to address this subject. But because I like my office at this moment, I'm going to have to vote no.
Well, I'm hoping that y'all can find a freestanding bill that maybe all of us could get behind.
Well, Jeff's right. I mean, it's a serious problem.
Yeah, I'm not saying
we need to
it's
look
not.
at it.
Yeah. Senator Murray, number 5.
Can I just follow up?
Absolutely.
And say Senator Kennedy and Senator Marshall and I, others have been joining in, Ted Cruz has been helping out. This really is an issue we have to address. If we don't want 20 years from now to have the government tracking us everywhere we go, it's something we have to address now. It's expanding so fast, it's so inexpensive, it's so effective. and it's been so misleading. No, we never told TSA to establish a facial recognition system. Back when we had the attack on the Twin Towers, we said they could experiment with biometric information. Well, the biometric information at the time was a fingerprint. That doesn't allow the government to track you from everywhere you go, every drawer you walk through, every stadium you walk into. And so this is a big deal if you believe in freedom. And I look forward to working with everybody on both sides of the aisle in partnership with Senator Kennedy.
Well, if I could just say, it's really creepy, and we really need to take a look at it.
All right.
There are so many folks out there that are going, well, we need to have cameras all over the place. We need to be able to see what people are doing. No, we shouldn't see what people are doing. It's getting to the point where it's getting ridiculous how much surveillance there is in this country. This is a great thing. People deserve to have freedom. They don't need to have the government watching everything they do. It's getting idiotic. And it's a waste of money. Not to mention, you saw what feds did before. Seriously, think about that. They take all of this power that you keep giving them, and they just went after a president. They just went after a good man. You saw what they did to Facebook, Twitter, all these other companies. You see when the government is given freedom, they basically buy news organizations. We can't have that. The government should have minimal power. They should have power to do what they were supposed to do. They have been going beyond that. And I like this bipartisan movement here. I like that. That's good for this country, which is a first. Bipartisan and good for the country. Just wow. But hey, just thought I'd bring this to you. If you like the video, hit like, subscribe, all that stuff. I'm trying to get to 500. Actually, I'm trying to get to 1,000 and beyond. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Bye now.
Folks, I just want to say thank you for listening. I want to thank you for taking your time. I want to hear what your comments are about what you think on this topic, because your comments are what's important, not necessarily mine. I don't care if you're Republican, I don't care if you're conservative, I don't care if you're liberal, I don't care if you're Democrat. I want to hear your opinion on these topics. I want to thank you yet again for listening to my video. Like, subscribe, and all that other hoopla. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.